and I'll go for the next kind of problem, next kind of solving the problems. Okay, so we need to find out the convolution. So whatever the problem is given, first you write the formula for the convolution sum. So the convolution sum formula is, so you write the symbol x of n convolution with h of n. So this is summation k is equal to minus infinity to the plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, so since the convolution is going to satisfy the commutative property, it is going to satisfy the commutative property. So either you can write h of k x of n minus k also you can write, that is also correct. That's not wrong. It is also correct here. Okay, so now let us find out the length of the linear convoluted sequence. So length of, so y of n. So this will be the capital N will be there. So based on the length of this one plus length of this one minus 1 will be the length of the linear convoluted sequence. Okay, so let us see the length of that one. Okay, so the length of this one is the sequence x of n is 4, and the length of sequence h of n is 3. So it will become 4 plus 3 minus 1. It will be 6 here. Okay, since both are double-sided sequence, both are the positive-sided sequence here. So the range of y of n. So you can see the range of y of n. Okay, it is going to extend from, so the lower limit will be the, so this is 0, and this is also at the location n is equal to 0 is there. So the lower limit will be 0. Okay, is less than or equal to, since n is going to take the value here, so I'm going to take n. 0 is less than or equal to n is less than or equal to, the upper limit will be the, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 0, 1, 2. So upper limit will be 3 plus, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 2 here. Okay, so n can take the range 0 to the 5 it will take here. 0 to the 5 it will take here. So right, that's the range of the n it will take here, 0 to the 5. So that 0 to 5 means there will be 6 sequence will be there. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 length 6 sequence you're going to get here. Okay, so got it now. I told you this one in the last class, how to get the range of the sequence here. So right. Okay, so you got. So I'm going to teach you all the methods. So it will be helpful for you for your GATE exam, competitive exams, and solving the problems in the many applications. Okay, so it will be helpful for you. So just you note down the concepts here, and you understand the concept. You keep make a note of that one at the end of your notebook here. So the better practice is, what are the problems what are the formulas you're going to get? Make a list of the formulas at the end of your notebook. So it may be in any mathematical subjects like signals and systems, and the control systems, even in the mathematics, even in the ESLA engineering statistics also. You can make a list of all the formulas at the end of your notebook here. So whenever you encounter any problem, so just turn the pages back, remember the formula, and apply the corresponding concept. So that's a better practice. You can do it here. Okay, so done. Now the range of y of n is going to extend from the 0 to 5. Let us see whether it is going to be applied for the problem what we get the solution. Okay, so now let us I'm going to take the value of n here. So here n can take the range from 0 to 5 it will take here. Now I'm going to first substitute n is equal to 0. Okay, so n is equal to 0 if I substitute. As for the formula, if I substitute n is equal to 0, this will get x of k, and this will become h of n minus k. H of n minus k means n will be equal to 0, so you'll get h of minus k will get here, h of minus k. Okay, so x of n is there. We want x of k, so just replace n by k. We can assume this is the sequence x of k here. And similarly, h of n is there. We want the sequence h of k. Okay, so replace n by k, we'll get the sequence h of k here. If I want h of minus k, you can take the reflection of the sequence here. So that will become the h of minus k will get. Now first I will write x of k. So x of k will be, so it is a small x of k, not capital X of k, small x of small k. So it is 2, 5, 6, 1 will get here. So I'm going to write here because we need to take the reflection of the sequence h of k we need to take here. So 2, 5, 6, 1, and h of n minus k is there. I'm going to substitute n is equal to 0. This will become h of minus k. Okay, so h of minus k is nothing but, when you take the reflection, this will become 1, 2, 3, or else we can say 3, 2, 1 will get here, 3, 2, 1. So this will become 1, 2, 3. When I take the reflection, it will become 3, 2, 1 like this here. Done, right? Now take the product of this one because we need to take the product and add the sequences in order to get the sum. Nothing is there means we can assume it is 0. So 3 multiplied by 0 will be 0. 2 multiplied by 0 will be 0. 1 multiplied by 2 will be 2. Plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. So it will become equal to the 2 will get here. 2 will get. Done. Okay. So now let us substitute n is equal to 1. Let us substitute n is equal to 1. Okay. When you substitute n is equal to 1, as I told, you can shift the sequence towards the right side by 1 unit, and x of k will remain same as it is. Okay. X of k will remain same as it is. So you can write x of k as it is. X of k will be equal to the, so it is 2, 5, 6, 1. You write, you give some gap because we need to write the sequence h of 1 minus k. So anyone verify this one? H of 1 minus k, if I said in the last class. So when I said 1 here, so it is going to be shifted towards the right side here. When I substitute n is equal to -1, it will be shifted towards the left side here. Anyone verified this one? Did anyone verify? You got the answer?
9.
You got the answer?
Yes.
9, sir.
9, sir.
No. I'm asking. I said h of 1 minus k means blindly I'm shifting the sequence towards the right side. Okay.
Yes,
I told you to verify this one by using the time shifting and reflection operation. Anyone did this one? Okay. If not, no problem. Today you try to do this one. Okay. H of 1 minus k means the signal will be shifted towards the right side. You do the operation of time shifting first. Okay. H of minus k plus 1. Then take the reflection of the sequence so that check whether you are going to get the sequence what we are getting here. So it is 3 to 1. This will become the origin. So it is 0 plus 2 to the 4 plus 5. Yeah, how much you'll get? How much you'll get? 9, right? Got the answer 9, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay. So next one is let us substitute n is equal to the. Let us substitute n is equal to 2 here. Okay, so do it first. Tell me the answer. So 2, 5, 6, 1. So h of 2 minus k. So this will become 3, 2, 1. So 3 2s are 6 plus 10 plus 6. Okay, so this is y of 2. Got everyone? 22.
Sir.
Yeah. So similarly do for n is equal to 3. Okay, so n is equal to 3 means x of k. Okay, so 2, 5, 6, 1. Next one is h of 3 minus k. So this is nothing will be there means you can treat as 0 here. So 3.
28.
How much you get? 28.
28, sir.
Okay. So similarly for n is equal to 4. Okay, shift the sequence here, x of k. Shift the sequence. So x of k will remain same thing. Okay, h of 4 minus k will get here. H of 4 minus k.
20, sir.
Okay, so we got 20. Good. So this is y of 4 will become 20. So take the product 6 3 is 18 plus 2 1s are 2. It will become 20. Okay, so what are the answers we'll get? To highlight the answers. Done, everyone? Okay. Next, let us substitute n is equal. Yeah, n is equal to 5. So how much is the answer?
3, sir. 3, sir.
3.
3. Very good. So x of k is equal to the. So 2, 5, 6 will get here, and h of 5 minus k. So this will be 0, 0.
5, 6, 1, sir.
1. Okay, 1 is there. No?
X of k. Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. So this is y of 5 will become equal to the 3. For n is equal to 6. Okay, so there is no overlapping of the sequence, so there is no need to do that one here. Okay, so let us write the sequence y of n here. So we got y of n is it's a 2, 9, 22. Okay, so 28, 20, and 3. So indicate the origin here. So we got the sequence having the length which will be equal to the 6, and the range is going to extend from n is equal to 0 to the 5. It is going to extend here. Okay, So here you can see n can take the value from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So 0 is less than equal to n is less than equal to the 5 we got here. Okay. Done. So this is what in the problem we have calculated the how to find the range here. Done, right? Okay. So this is a method which is called as a shifting and sliding method. So you understood the problem. So I think you want me to do some more problems on this method. Whether you want me to do some more problems on this method.
No, sir.
Okay, so you can do. I'll give some 2 problems as a homework problem. I'm going to give. You can solve this one here because still I need to cover some different methods of solving the problem. You can solve. I'll give some 2 problems. I'll give as a homework. You please do that one. Okay, so practice the problem because with the same method keep on practicing. The time will be not sufficient to complete entire syllabus, entire different kinds of problems. So right. Now you got the solution here for the linear convolution of these 2 sequences. You got the solution here. Now how to verify whether the answer you got is correct or not? So within the fraction of seconds you need to verify the answer. How to verify? Or you want to do the problem. Suppose if you're going to take the competitive exam, something called GATE exam you're going to take here. Okay, you want to find the solution within the 30 seconds or 1 minute within that one you need to find out here. So how to find out? There's one shortcut method is there. I'm going to tell you. Use this shortcut method only for the competitive exams, not in the theory exam of the signals and systems, because you will not get the full marks if you are going to use that method. Okay, so right. Okay, the shortcut method is the verification. You can do it here. So shortcut method. So this one you're going to call it as a tabular column method. We are going to call here. So this is called as a tabular column. Okay, or tabular column method we are going to call here. Tabular column method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split into the 2 columns, 2 tables. I'm going to split here. Okay. Right. So on the first one, first table, I'm going to write the sequence x of n. I'm going to write here. So or you can write h of n also. You can write here, no problem here. So it is a 2, 5, 6, 1. I'm going to write here, and h of n you can write in this sequence here. And this column you can write h of n, and this column you can write this row you can write the 2, 5, 6, 1 x of n you can write, or vice versa also you can write it here, no problem. Got it now? So this is a shortcut method only for the verification purpose you are going to use here, or only for the competitive exams we can use here, not for regular solving in the exams. Okay. So now after writing the sequence here, what you need to do is take the product of this one. So 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 5 is 5, 1 into 6 will be 6. Okay, like that. So 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 2 1s are 2. Next 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18. Next 3 1s are 3. So take the product of each and every term with all the terms here, one term with all the terms. Like this, you have taken the product you have taken. So right. Then you got how to take the product. Now what you need to do? You need to divide the elements diagonally. You need to divide here. You need to divide the elements diagonally. Like this, you can divide diagonally. So next is this elements you can divide diagonally. Next you can do divide here, and next you can do it like this. Next you can do it like this. Next you can do it like this here. Okay, so we have taken the product of the sequences we have taken, and we have divided the elements diagonally. We are done. Next, what you need to do is, so first is 2 is there here. So write the sequence which is called y of n. You write the sequence 2. Okay, later let us decide about the origin and everything here. Next 4 5s are, you can write it is 20. Take the product of these 2 elements here. Okay, so 4 5s are 20. Sorry, you need to add the signals here, not product here. You need to add all the things already product you have taken here. So add all the data. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Next 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. Will get here. Add all the elements here. So 15 plus 12 is 27. 28 will get here. Next 20. Next 3 will get here. 3 will get. Done. So you got the same answer. What the answer we got already. Okay. So we got the same answer we got here. Now let us decide about the origin. How to decide about the origin is I told in this one. So this is the origin of this one, and this is the origin of this one. So 0 plus 0 will become the 0 here, and upper time index. So 1 plus 3. Sorry, it is 3 plus 2 will be the 5. Will get the upper origin here. So like that you can use this shortcut method. So within the 1 minute you can do this one, and you can verify what are the answer you got here. Done, right? This is only you're going to supposed to use only for the verification purpose or for the competitive exams, not for the regular exams. Done, everyone? Any doubts in this one? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So you got
No,
this
sir.
method, right? Okay. So this is the one method that we can do it. So far we have seen the three methods we have seen. One is by using the impulse function. Other one is by using the shifting and the scaling method. Now let us see one more method. Let us see here. Okay. So method one, method two you can use, but this one you should not use for the regular exam. Let us take the next problem. So I'm going to give some two problems as homework. You try to solve this problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in impulse function,
Pardon? Impulse
in
function. Yeah,
impulse, delta of n plus m into delta of n plus k. Can you tell me the formula, sir?
delta of n plus
N plus m into delta of n plus k.
n plus k. Okay,
Minus
so
m
these are,
minus k, sir.
pardon?
Nothing's a formula.
Okay, so delta of n plus m convolution with delta of n plus k. So this will be equal to the delta of n. Okay, so plus. So since the both are plus are there, it will become m plus k will get here. M plus k. Okay, for example, if you are writing delta of n plus 1 convolution with delta of n plus 3 will be there. So this will become delta of, okay, delta of, okay, so 3 plus 1 will be the 4 will get here. 3 plus 1 will be the 4 will get here. So delta of 3 plus 1 will be 4 will get. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, like
Sir,
that you can add it.
can you tell the final answer of assignment problems, the second one?
Which problem?
You gave assignment, the second.
Which one?
Yes,
Homework problem, I
yes,
guess.
sir.
This
Yeah,
one?
yeah, you gave one. Yeah, yes, sir.
This problem. Okay, let us verify this problem in the shortcut method here. Already you have done the answer here. I'm going to verify this one within the shortcut method. I'm going to do it here. Okay, I'm going to do verify this one with the shortcut method. So let us okay. So here we have 2, 1, minus 3, 0, and 5. Okay, and here we have 1, 0, 2, 1. Let us take the product here. So 2, 1, minus 3, 0, 5. Okay, next 0, all the terms. Next it is 4, 2, minus 6, 0, and 10. So it is 2, 1, minus 3, 0, 5. You got like this. Okay, now let us divide the elements diagonally. Divide the elements diagonally. Okay, so done. Okay, we have divided the elements diagonally. Now let us write the sequence. So y of n, so it is 2. Later I am going to decide regarding the origin. Okay, so 2, 1 plus 0 is 1. Next minus 3 plus 4 is plus 1. Next 2 plus 2, it is 4. Next 1 minus 6 plus 5, it will be 0. Next minus 3. Next it is 10. Next it is 5. Got everyone? The same answer? The same sequences. Okay, so later I'll tell you regarding the time index. Done, everyone? Okay, so now let us decide regarding the time index here. The time index of this one is -1 and time index of this one is -1. -1 will become -2 here. So this is -2, -1, 0. So this is the time index. Next it will be 1, 2, 3. This will be 1, 2. So 3 plus 2 will be 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the time index 5 we got here. So this is the answer we got here. Done, everyone? All of you got the same answer? All of you got the same answer or different answer? Either all of you got the same answer or the different answer?
I got different.
Okay, so you can cross verify once again, and you can do verify the answers whether you got the same answer or the different answer. Okay, verify where somewhere you will be you might have done the mistakes. Okay, just you can correct that one. So right. Any doubts in this one?
No, sir.
Okay. Let us take next problem. I'm going to give some 2 problems as a homework. I'm going to give. Okay. So we can solve this as a homework problems. You can solve it here. So I'm going to assume that everyone is listening the class. Okay. Everyone is active in the class. Okay. So make sure that you're going to learn something in the class, because the signal subjects, it's very difficult. So don't think that the PUC exams has been waived off. Okay. So like that VTU is going to remove the exams. Don't think, because VTU is going to conduct the exams at any cost. So exams will be there. So right. So take this as a homework here. So x of n is equal to, I'm going to give the one double-sided sequence I'm going to give. So 2, 0, 1, 3, minus 5, 1. So this is the one sequence, and other one h of n. So this will be the 1, 2, minus 1, 3. Okay, one is a negative sided sequence. So next one, let us take another problem. X of n will be 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 1. And other one is h of n. So this will be the, you can take 1, 2, 1, you can take here. Done, right? Yes. Ashok, any doubts? Yeah. Ashok C. Ashok C, are you there? Ashok C. Ashok C, are you there? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the next method I'm going to tell you. So this is the problem number 7. So I'm going to make use of the one of the property of the impulse function. I'm going to make use here. Okay, so you can take find y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n. Find y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n. So take x of n. So x of n will be 2058, and h of n will be 12976. Yes. Any doubts? So x of n is 2058. The origin is this one here, and h of n is 12976 here. So I'm going to teach you the third method. I'm going to tell you. So this method you can follow it here, no problem. So this is which method you need to follow varies based on the marks. You can follow the any method here based on the marks. Suppose if the one question is asked for the some 10 marks. Okay, so you can follow you need to do it by using the step-by-step procedure like what we did in the previous case. You can do like this here. So if it is asked for the some 5 marks here, so this method you can follow it here. Based on the marks, you can just take the different methods and you can solve that methods here, right? Okay. So done. Got it. So can I get the replies? So if I get the reply, I'll be assuming
Yes,
that. Okay. So you are following.
Yes,
Yeah. So fine. So this is the third method. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the one of the property of the convolution property. I'm going to make use of the impulse function here. So already I taught in the convolution property of the impulse function. So the property is, so this is called as the convolution property. This property is very important. Okay. So what are the some properties of the impulse functions are very important. You're going to use in the communication, and even you might have used in your engineering statistics. You might have used that shifting property I used here. So these properties will play very important role in the communication. So okay, what are the things we are studying in this signals and system? These are the basic foundation for the upcoming communication subjects, upcoming digital signal processing, and many more subjects here. So with this foundation, you're going to study a lot of things here. Okay, I'm particular topics I'm going to give the application. I told in the last class where you're going to use the convolution here. The application of the convolution is, as I told, in order to find the output of the any filter. Okay, so we need to take the convolution of the input sequence with the filter coefficients you need to take here. So like that, there are many applications are there. When our particular topic comes, I'm going to tell you the applications here. So the convolution property says like this. So it is x of n convolution with the delta of n minus n naught. So this will become equal to the x of n minus n naught will get here. So this is the convolution property. Suppose if you have something like this, x of n convolution with delta of n plus n naught. So this will become equal to the x of n plus n naught will get here. Okay, minus is there, minus will come, plus is there, plus will come here. So that's it here. So right. So this property you're going to make use here. So you can follow this property also in order to find out the solution of the problem here. Now what I'm going to do is x of n is a convolution with delta of n minus n naught is there, and delta of n plus n naught we are going to get like this here. Okay. So here the two sequences are given. One is x of n, other one is h of n is given. So among the two sequences, one sequence I'm going to express in terms of the impulse function I'm going to express here. Okay, one sequence I'm going to express in terms of the impulse function I'm going to express, and I'm going to take the convolution of x of n with the corresponding impulse function, and we are going to get the shifted version of the sequences you are going to get here. So getting right? Are you able to get right? So I'm going to express one sequence which is called h of n in terms of the impulse function I'm going to express. So that is h of n will become equal to the, so this is at n is equal to 0, n is equal to -1, n is equal to -2 here. N is equal to -2 means, so this will become delta of n plus 2 will get here. Delta of n plus 2, correct now? Plus, so this is at n is equal to -1. N is equal to -1 means send -1 this side, it will become +1 here. So the amplitude is 2 here. It will become, so 2 into delta of, it will become 2 into delta of n plus 1. It will become here 2 into delta of n plus 1. Okay. So it will become 2 into delta of n plus 1 will get here. Okay, so plus this is 9 here. So at n is equal to 0. So this will become delta of n. This is 7 at n is equal to -1. Plus this is 6 at n is equal to the -2. Okay, I'm going to express one sequence in terms of the impulse function. I'm going to express like this here. Done. Okay, later we'll find out the time index and axis. We can find out later here. So right. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we'll do is I'm going to take the y of n will be equal to the x of n convolution with the h of n I'm going to take here. Okay. So we have x of n convolution with h of n is delta of n plus 2. Okay. So plus 2 into delta of n plus 1 plus 9 into delta of n plus 7 into delta of n minus 1. And you write the sequences here. What are the sequences we are having? Plus 6 into delta of n minus 2. Okay, so this we got y of n. Now let us take the convolution of the individual sequences here. We are express h of n in terms of the impulse function like this. We are substituted for the h of n here. Now we are going to take the convolution of x of n with the corresponding impulse functions. So x of n convolution with delta of n plus 2 plus x of n convolution with 2 into delta of n plus 1 plus x of n convolution with 9 into delta of n plus x of n convolution with 7 into delta of n minus 1 plus x of n convolution with 6 into delta of n minus 2. Okay, now you can evaluate the convolution property. Apply this property here. These two properties apply and evaluate the functions. Everything taken, no? All of you taken, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you apply these properties. The convolution property of the impulse function, x of n convolution delta of n plus 2 is become x of n plus 2 plus x of n convolution delta of n plus 1 is, so it is 2 is the scaling factor, 2 into x of n plus 1 plus 9 into x of n plus 7 is there. So 7 into x of
X minus-
n minus
minus
1. Yeah, next one is 6 into x of n minus 2 will get here. Done. Okay. Now we got the y of n is the thing, but it's a sum of the shifted time shifted sequences of x of n here. So you can see here we need to shift the sequence x of n towards the left side by 2 units here. 1 unit along with the scaling we need to do. So 9 I need to scaling here towards the right side by 1 unit and towards the right side by 2 units, and we need to scale this one by the 6 unit here. We need to we need to scale the corresponding x of n minus 2. We need to multiply with 6 here. So right. So we need to do all those things here. Now let us first I'm going to write the sequence called x of n plus 2. I'm going to write here x of n plus 2. Okay, so here the sequence we have x of n is here. X of n plus 2 means the signal will be shifted towards the left side by 2 units. It is going to be shifted here. 2 units means, so these are n is equal to 0. This when it is shifted one time, it will become, this will become origin here. When it is shifted other time, it will become the 0 2 0 5 8 0 will become the 0 will become the origin here. Okay, so I'm going to write that one. So it is 2 comma 0 5 8 0. So this is the sequence called x of n plus 2. I'm going to write the corresponding signal, and I'm writing this one, and I'm going to write the origin here. So make sure that the origin will come at the same column. The origin will come here. You make sure like that. You write the answer like that here. Then next one is x of n plus 1. So this has to be scaled by 2 here. This has to be scaled by 2. So this is x of n. Scale by 2. If you're going to scale by 2, it will become 4 0 10 16. You will get here. Shift towards the left side by 1 unit. So the values will become. So this will become the origin. So when I'm going to shift towards the left side by 1 unit, 8 will become the origin here. So 8 into 2 will become 16 here. Next it is 10. Next it is 0 multiplied by 2 is 0 only. So next 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4 here. So this will become the origin here. So 4 0 10 16 will become the sequence. That is for x of n plus 1. So similarly, the next quantity is 9 into x of n. 9 into x of n. So you must scale the x of n by the 9 here. So 5 9s are 45. So I'm going to multiply for the 10 is equal to 0. Next 9 2s are 18. Next 9 8s are 72 will get. Next one is 7 into x of n minus 1. Can anybody tell me the answer? Next one is 7 into 6 into
0.
Yeah, tell me the answer. 7 into x of n minus 1. So the origin will be shifted towards right. The signal will be shifted
14.
towards the right side. Yeah, so much? 14?
Yes, sir. 14.
14.
The origin will be 0, correct now?
Yes.
Yes,
35 and 35 56.
35,
5 and 56.
56. Okay, so 7 8 56. Okay, we'll get here. This is 72 no? This previous one is 72, right?
Yes, sir. 72.
72. Okay. Next 6 into x of n minus 2.
12 will be the origin, sir.
Okay, it will be the origin. So
Yes,
next
sir.
one is 0.
0, 30,
Okay.
48.
48.
Okay, 48 you'll get here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so done. Now you can add all the sequence which is at n is equal to 0. You can start from this one here. So it is 16 plus 45. It is 51 61. 61 plus 12 73 you get. You got 73, right? Next you can add towards the minus 1 minus 2. So 18 plus 14 is 32. Correct now? And 18 plus 4 22 32. Next 18 plus 5 is so 23. So 4. Next one is 2. So yeah, 35 plus 72 107. Next 86. Next 48. So this is a sequence called y of n. This will be the origin here. Done.
Yes, sir.
Everyone got the same answer. So like this also you can do it. That is by applying the the property which is called as the convolution property of the impulse function here. Convolution property of the impulse function, you can do like this also. You can cross verify and you can check the time index. Okay, so you can do verification. So you'll get the same answer you'll get here. So right. So this is by applying the convolution property. You can do this one also. For example, in the lab exams, you can do this one here. So you're going to have the lab exam is there. That is the DSP lab is there. There we are going to do the convolution. So there you can write this one also. You can write here, no problem. Okay. So in order to perform the these operations, so there is a one tool is there that is called as the MATLAB is there here. MATLAB. Okay. So MATLAB is nothing but it's a matrix laboratory. MAT stands for the matrix, lab stands for the laboratory. Okay, so you can write the MATLAB program in your mobile. You can write here and you can execute the program. So the app is there in the Play Store. You can search the app called MATLAB. You can search the app called MATLAB. Okay, so in that app, so it's hardly 5 MB is there. That's it here, 5 MB. Okay, you can install that app. So I'm going to teach you how to write the programs in the MATLAB and how to execute the things in the MATLAB. So you can do that mini projects of finding the convolution, everything you can do in the MATLAB here. Okay, and you can execute the programs and you can find the solution and you can plot the graphs also. So beautiful, nice graphs you can plot it. Okay, so you can simulate the 3D graphs, 4D, 3D, 2D graphs, different types of what are the characteristics you're going to get, like Greek letters. All those things you can include in the graph. Everything is possible. So matrix stands for the matrix. Matrix is nothing but, you know, matrix will be defined in terms of the rows and columns. So in the MATLAB, all the variables will be represented in the matrix format only. That's why the name matrix MATLAB has came here. Okay. So I'm going to teach you the MATLAB, how to write the programs, how to run the programs. Okay. So you can run the programs in the mobile phone itself. You can do run it. So right.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts in this one?
No, sir.
You want me to solve the problem, or can you solve this the problem?
We can only solve this.
Okay, so I'll give one problem as homework on this one. You try to solve the problem. Okay, as a homework. If you're not able to get, you can solve that one. I'll go to solve that problem in the next class. But don't think I'm going to solve all the problems in the next class, all the homework problems. So take the problem number 8. So find. So using this method, you can find out. I'm going to give the easy sequence. This is the toughest one I have taken here because in order to demonstrate this one, I'm going to give some easy problem as homework. So y of n is equal to x of n, convolution with h of n. Take x of n is equal to so you can take 1, 2, 3, 4 and h of n so is equal to 2, 3 minus 1. Okay, all are positive sided sequence. If I'm not going to indicate the origin, it means that all are the positive sided sequence. So find the solution. So do this as a homework. Okay. So tell me the answer in the next class. So right. So next, let us. I'll go to the next important classes of finding the linear convolution. That is called as a graphical method. You're going to
Origin for the previous problem, sir.
Pardon?
Homework problem.
Homework problem. Your voice is
Origin,
not
sir.
Origin. Okay, if I'm not going to indicate the origin, by default, you can assume it is going to begin from the 1, 2, 3. This itself is the origin here. So in all the problems, they will not give origin. If it is not given,
Okay.
you can assume. Okay, that's a concept you can make use here. If it is not given, you can just assume this is the origin. First sequence itself is the origin here. Okay, so fine. Now I'm going to take the important class of signals, the important class of problems, which is by method which is called as the graphical method we are going to call here. So graphical method we are going to call. So let us do that one. I'm going to take the problem. Yeah, so take this kind of problems in the exam they're going to ask. So for the 8 to 10 marks they will ask here. So take the problem. Find the convolution of the sequence. Find the convolution of the sequences. Okay, x of n is equal to alpha to the power of n into u of n, and h of n is equal to beta to the power of n into u of n. Okay, so x of n is equal to alpha to the power of n into u of n, and h of n is equal to beta to the power of n into u of n. So right, so I'll rewrite the sequence. X of n is alpha to the power of n into u of n, and h of n is beta to the power of n into u of n. Okay, so these are the important class of problems where it will be asked for the some 10 marks it is going to ask. Okay, so now let us write the formula. So y of n is equal to summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k, x of k into h of n minus k. So here alpha is the thing, but alpha can take the value greater than 1, or it can take the value less than 1 also you can take here. So you can take 0 is less than alpha is less than 1, and 0 is less than beta. It will be given in the problem. 0 is less than alpha is 1, and beta will be less than 1. It will be there here. So right, fine. Now we need to find the solution of this one here. So that is the convolution formula. Let us write the convolution formula. We have the sequence called x of n. X of n is equal to alpha to the power of n into u of n here, and we have h of n minus k is there. H of n minus k. So x of n is given. I want x of k. So x of k will become. So this will become alpha to the power of k into u of k. Will get here, and you know u of k is equal to. So it is 1 for 0 is less than k is less than infinity. U of k is equal to 1 for 0 is less than k is less than infinity. And we want h of k. So h of k is nothing but, so it is given beta to the power of n into u of n. So it is beta to the power of k into u of k will get here. Beta to the power of k into u of k. Beta to the power of k into u of k. So done. So next in the sequence, we want h of n minus k we want here. So h of n minus k. So this is n minus k is nothing but this can be obtained by the operation called h of k. Okay, minus k plus n here. H of minus k plus n. So based on the value of n, we need to decide here. Based on the value of n, we need to decide here. So first, if I am going to assume n is equal to 0, forget about the n here. Okay, so first what we need to do is we need to perform the shifting first, and we need to take the reflection here. Okay, for example, if n is equal to 0 will be there. If n is equal to 0 will be there, I can assume this will become equal to the h of minus k will get here. H of minus k. Okay. So h of minus k will become, the sequence will become, it will be the reflected sequence you are going to get here. The reflected sequence you are going to get. So that will become beta to the power of k. It will be shifted towards the left side. It is going to be shifted here. Okay, so this is the theory part. I'm going to write the waveforms, and I'm going to explain how the concept will be here. So right. Okay, first it is given x of k is equal to alpha to the power of k into u of k. So alpha to the power of k into u of k is nothing but I'm going to plot the waveform for this one. So let us say this is x of k here. Okay, so u of k is nothing but it is going to start from 0 to the infinity. So alpha to the power of k is nothing but the sequence will be like this here. At k is equal to 0, next k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The sequence will be there. So the sequence will be, since alpha can take the value less than 1, means it will be exponentially decaying signal. So I can take the value like this. It will be there here. Okay, it will be there. So this is alpha to the power of k into u of k. Alpha to the power of k into u of k. The sequence will be like this here. So at k is equal to 0, it will be 1, the maximum value, and it is going to be decay like this here. Got it now? So I am written the formula y of n is equal to the summation. Okay, so it is x of n convolution with h of n. So right, x of k is nothing but I am going to obtain from the x of n by replacing the n by the k. So it is x of k is equal to alpha to the power of k into u of k. And similar way h of k I obtained by replacing n by k, beta to the power of k into u of k, you obtained like this here. So right, next I return the signal called x of k I return, which is called alpha to the power of k into u of k. Next similar way I'm going to write the h of k. So h of k is also nothing but it's a beta to the power of k into u of k. The sequence will be like this. It will take here. Same way it is going to take. So alpha beta both are on the term here. Both are the same. Okay, it is also the exponential decaying signal. So like this, it will take here. So this is the k axis. So this is h of k will get. So the maximum value will be, so it is 1 at k is equal to 0. Next, it will be exponentially decay. So it is beta to the power of k into u of k. So this is called h of k will get here. Right? Fine. Now, if I take h of minus k, the signal will be reflected here. The signal